Today I'm going to be doing a wreath for Valentine's Day, and I'm using this as my inspiration. This is a wreath from Kirkland's. Kirkland's has beautiful, beautiful wreaths. My mom sent me this, so thanks Mom for this idea. It has a minimal amount of color. I really like the red and white and this little cutout here. So I'm going to do my own version of this wreath. I'm going to use this love cutout that I just got at Michael's for about $8. And I'm also going to give it a little bit of twist because I like to always have things that have multiple use and long lifespans. So I'm going to have a little bit of a twist because I'm going to have this wreath designed for multi-use. I'm first going to start with this grapevine wreath, and this one is actually a little damaged. Ooh, sticking to me. And a lot of people would say, let's throw it away, but I don't think so. I think it can be really easily repaired. I'm just going to use some of my paddle wire and my wire cutters. I'm just going to wrap it around and repair this really quickly. I see these at garage sales all the time, and you can just buy them and take off the old things and just reuse them. I mean, even brand new ones, they look the same. It's just dead vines. I've just repaired the wreath, and it is a little smaller here, but I think that's going to be absolutely fine because that will be the section where I'm going to plan to put the flower arrangement here. And so I went to Michael's recently and I got just one bunch of white peonies, and I like the way they have a little bit of detail here, a little bit of color, a little bit of green and pink. That makes it look really, really lush. And also some heather, I think these are, some roses, red roses, and then I have some greens. I got these on sale actually around Christmas time. They were in the Christmas section, but I don't think they look Christmassy at all. And these I think are supposed to be eucalyptus, and then I'm also gonna combine maybe a few other little greens, just because when you mix the greens, it just makes it look a little more lush. So I first place them on the wreath where I think they'll look good, and then I glue them with flowers from the stems, and I've kind of estimated about how many I think I'll need, and I just kind of place this so that I get a good idea of what it'll look like. Keep referencing my sample here, and then I think what I will do is take this string off. There, that's gonna look really nice. Okay, this is a good point to place the sign on here, and I'm just going to use a little bit of wire. I'm going to wrap it around this part of the sign and probably over here, just so that it's attached and secured on both sides of the wreath. Now I've cut the roses, and I'm going to glue them so that all three of them will stay together like a little grouping, and I'll show you why in a second. Okay, I'm finished up with my flowers, and I'll back up a little bit so you can see I'm pretty happy with that. And then lastly, this is my handy dandy idea here. Lastly, I've put my little flowers, my little red roses in bunches here. And what I'm gonna do is take Velcro, that Velcro material, and I'm gonna stick it kind of to the flat side. Actually, this piece is a little too big. I'm gonna stick it to the flat side of the flower. Okay, there we go. And kind of in the middle there. Perfect. And then I'm going to take the other piece, and then I'm going to place it I'm going to place one right here, and then the other one kind of on the side, because that's kind of where I want the two flowers to go. I want one here and then one sort of here. And then, because then I have plans to transition this wreath very easily. I'm going to just take the Velcro off, the Velcro flowers off, and replace them, as well as the sign, because on the sign I've left some really big, obvious wires where I put the love message on here. I'm going to take this off and transition it in about 3 weeks to the next holiday. Can you see it? It'll work. I'm going to make a tie with some nice little red, this is actually left over from Christmas, a little scrap. It's a little bit more than a yard. I don't even know if we need that much, but this is wire ribbon, so it will behave. I love wire ribbon, and I'm just taking it, folding it in half, and I'm going to put a little tie in it here, and then loop it under like that. This is so simple. There we go. And I just want this knot to kind of be in the back. So that's it, my Kirkland's inspired Valentine's Day wreath. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I'm going to hang this on my front door, and stay with me, because in my next video I'm going to transition this wreath from Valentine's Day to St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to use a little St. Patrick's Day sign. I'm going to pop this off, take off my Velcro red roses, swap them out for something green, and make use, multi-use. That's what I'm all about. Make use of this lovely new wreath. So thank you so much for visiting, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.